Yo! Happy Happy New Year! I hope everyone had a good New Year and Christmas. Chrysler? Whatever. Hanukkah? Yeah. So for my first video of the year, I decided to do something completely stupid and I absolutely detested this challenge. The challenge was to win battles without dealing any sort of damage, like none. Zero. You are not allowed to deal any damage, not via poison, not via stealth rock, not via whirlpool, and definitely not direct damage, not even sandstorm. And because I asked my friend Peter, who you probably know by now, he appeared on my channel quite a bunch, I asked him to edit my video today because I am still not at my usual editing place. The team is pretty basic. We have Tyranitar, but it cannot have Sandstorm because that would be residual damage, so I have Unnerve instead. There's two win cons to these. Either there is a forfeit, which I am honestly hoping for most of the time, right? Or there is absolutely self-kill with struggle. Taking this challenge to only the struggle kills is really demanding from me, which I don't want to do instantly right now. Maybe I will revisit this challenge, we will see. So anyway, Block, Torment, Thunderwave Detect. As you can see already, we will not be making this fun for anyone. Not for me, not for my opponent, but hopefully for you, the viewers. So we have Gengar, who needs a turn to evolve into Mega Gengar in order to gain his Shadow Tag. So I normally lead with it just to get that. And we have Encore, Disable, Perish Song, and Taunt. And I really quickly want to say, fuck Dynamax. Doctorio, Protect Double Team, substitute Sand Attack because of Arena Trap. We can trap some electric types maybe and just proceed to be funny. Gothitelle is very tanky, has Sleep Talk, Light, Screen, Reflect, Rest. I actually put Sleep Talk on it later on, as the same actually with Gengar. I put Perish Song later on. I don't remember what they had. Fake Out on Gothitelle and Oh, Corrosive Gas on Gengar, yeah. But I replaced them, it doesn't really matter because I didn't get another battle because I got very bored of this challenge after 2 hours, I think, of doing stuff, but yeah. Then we have Mew with Block, Roost, Protect, and Double Team, also very annoying, also very bulky. Last but not least, we have Probopass, which has Magnet Pull, so I was hoping that if there is a Steel type that I'm already trapping, I might get another chance of trapping. And then we have Pain Split, Protect, Swagger, Iron Defense. And Swagger, you could say, is technically dealing damage, but not really, because by the nature of confusion, they deal the damage to themselves. So I'm completely free, do not step on my... Okay, so battle number 1 is versus I think I'm Noob 2. There is a Staraptor, I go into Gengar, I get intimidated, then I become Mega Gengar and Corrosive Gas his Rocky Helmet. He goes for the Fog and realizes how stupid his thing was, and he does... Czemu akurat teraz?
Czemu nie?
No bo... He goes for the Fog and he realizes how stupid the fogging with no hazards is since 2018, and he forfeits. Oh my god. Anyway. Now we have Jake. Jake has 2 Ninetales. One Ninetales is Alolan, one is not. He goes into the non-Alolan one. Very clever. I go Tyranitar. He might be like, oh, we're just... No, he goes Memento. So one Ninetales just decides to die. Go for Thunder Wave. Here is Ninetales Alola. He instantly Dynamaxes. He doesn't have the Snow Warning or whatever. And I, of course, cannot paralyze him because he goes for Misty Terrain, which blocks statuses, which is... Hey, fuck Dynamax, right? Am I right? So, Swagger this shit. Because we don't care about his ice, we don't care about his fairy, Moonblast I assume at least. And there's an Endure as well, so I'm assuming he has weakness policy or something, but we're not activating that at all today, good friends. He gets a crit here, by the way, which doesn't really matter. There is a Freeze Dry, there is a Light Screen. I'm just sorry about this Moonblast, he had Rest. And I think this is a forfeit now. Yeah, it is a forfeit. I'm just super... I'm looking forward to Peter editing this and getting a jump scare. Now this one is versus Oh Cool 72 and starts with a Mamoswine. I go Gengar and he goes for I go Corrosive Gas, but he goes Mud Sport, and also the Corrosive Gas did not destroy any item. So this Mamoswine is no item, Mud Sport, then goes for Dynamax and Hailstorm. Switch to something that resists. I know he has Earthquake, or at least I assume he has Earthquake, so I go Probopass. But he decides Dynamax is overrated, goes to Mantike. So I go Pain Split and actually lose health. There is a Gothitelle that I throw out, and I get burned. I don't care, Light Screen, so he doesn't do any damage, and that's fine because we do have that nasty little Rest, which we don't even go for because he forfeits. So yeah, so far so good, am I right? Dev Fred Scouter. So he goes Stunfisk, Galar, Castoro. I taunt him because I assume he's gonna go for some Stealth Rocks, but he goes Insta Earthquake, so it wastes no time. I switch to Mew. He goes Scald, actually, which is actually pretty good for me because I am able to block him, and if he gets the burn on me, I have Synchronize, so I can slowly eat down his health with my own thing. Goes for Z, Tectonic Rage, does actually 72 with a crit, mind you, and then I roost it. I just keep roosting and protecting and stuff like that, so I think you know what's gonna happen for many turns. I'm just gonna stall his Castoro out. And yeah, so quick pause here. Right, so we are at turn 42, where my block fails, Scald hits, and the Scald actually burns. And because I have Synchronized, as I said, the burn goes to Castoro, the Galarian Stunfisk. And yeah, I'm gonna just wait for 6% a turn to beat this guy because he does not have leftovers. Okay, in the meantime I decided to switch to Gothitelle. This is turn 58. Gothitelle wakes up, sets up the Reflect, he goes for a Rock Slide, which doesn't matter, Castoro dies, we are at full health. Here comes Gohan the Sceptile, and I go Gengar, I just wanted to scout, and, you know, scout, a Fred Scouter. Gohan, of course, being a Dragon Ball Z, so I assume this is some kind of Dragon Ball Z homage team, but we paralyze Gohan. He goes Mega, actually, which is kind of funky, he didn't turn one. And Giga Drains my Tyranitar, I Torment, and Torment is actually gonna be pretty funky here. So in comes the Gothitelle, gets hit in the face with a critical hit, which is absolutely fucking stupid, and I get Rest. And he kind of will alternate between these, and I'll just stall him out. So again, I will skip the turns to something interesting, right? If you look at what the Sceptile does, is that he has 3 of his moves already out of PP, and Giga Drain is the only one left. But because he is tormented, that means that every other turn, if he's not paralyzed of course, he will alternate between Giga Drain and Struggle, because that's his only move. Which is kind of funny, I didn't know that. Turn 166, Sceptile dies. And at that point I decide to forfeit because there's no way I can do this against 4 other Pokemon, so I just wanna save my time. And then the last battle, number 5 I believe, or 6, I think 6, is versus Mr. Bull number 44. So he goes Roselia Yinu. I go Gengar, of course, Taunt on the first turn because I know there's gonna be some shenanigans, and it is. Leech Seed, I Corrosive Gas his Focus Sash, he goes Venoshock, which I think is okay because we don't lose that much health to the Venoshock. Gengar lacks any recovery if I remember correctly, so that's kind of sad. I could have given him recovery over Corrosive Gas, but we go for the Taunt, then we go for the Disable, and then we have to re-encore him, which kind of puts him in the Struggle loop, which is cool, but then Taunt ends, so I have to Taunt him again, which is cool because Struggle continues, and then, if I remember correctly, we have one more turn of this, so there we go, and then both Disable and Encore end, so I am like, well, I cannot disable for some reason, so that was a waste of turn. I cannot also, I don't think I can Struggle, or sorry, Encore the Struggle, I don't know. Anyway, we're back at it again with the Yinu absolute. Yeah, I don't think Yinu is really enjoying herself right here. I think it's the absolute worst thing that can happen to you in a Pokemon battle, where you're Encore, Disabled, and Taunted, and you just kill yourself. So that's what happens, and he says Poggers when I say Pog, which is kind of cool. And then he goes Thunderbolt, and I realize he outsped my thing, which means that he is scarfed. So he goes Dynamax to kind of when I go Duck Trio, right? He goes Dynamax to switch attacks. So I'm like, yeah, man, no. If you want to stay Dynamax, you have to kill my Probopass, and then I am able to go back to Duck Trio, which ultimately will end up happening right here. As you can see, he goes that Dynamax ends because fuck Dynamax. Then I go Duck Trio, and he is stuck in Scarf Thunderbolt. I am just able to get my evasion up, and then I'm gonna Sand Attack him, but because there's 15 turns to this, I'm just gonna skip. Okay, so turn 40 is when the Circuitry goes for Struggle, actually kills me. And I go Gothitelle because I can, there's nothing stopping me because I do have Shadow Attack on Gothitelle again. So I Light Screen and I Reflect, and this dies, which is pretty funky. And Sayu, the Primarina, comes out, but I paralyze it, and then it goes for Oceanic Operetta. And it actually doesn't kill me, which is kind of cool, thanks Light Screen. And then I Torment, and then he finishes me off with Sparkling Aria. He goes Deoxys Defense. And here comes the stall because block, cosmic power, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna totally skip the stall. I mean, not the Scald. So the Deoxys actually faints, and then he goes to Primarina. I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. So I'm gonna cut it here. And again, I don't know how Peter will edit this. He has a totally free hand, but I'm sure he will do a great job as always. So kudos to him. Check out his channel. And thank you for watching this absolutely awful challenge from me. If you want me to do more challenges, please leave a comment with a suggested challenge. Don't make it extremely stupid or extremely hard to do. Make it possible, but you know, also fun to do, because this one was not fun to do, let me tell you that. Alright, cool, and I'll see you next time, sometimes.
Bye.